Hello there guys, and welcome back to the Healing Circle. I am jumping straight in with this one, not even had time to set up the microphone because I want to tell you about a wonderful thing that's happened to me. It's a manifestation, a creation in my life. I manifested a new car and I want to explain the story about it because I want to tell you about the divine guidance that led me to this manifestation. And I know that if you do these same things, you will get what you want in life every time. And this is using the works of Joe Dispenza, Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, you name it. It works with all of these paradigms, yeah? So what we're going to do firstly is, before I go into that, please do like, share and subscribe. Comment down below. It really helps the channel to grow and it helps me to reach out to more people who need this help. You see, we're trying to simplify spirituality, manifestation and healing. This is what my mission is in life, you know, my goal. And I want to make it easy for everyone. The next thing I want you to do is please join my free Facebook group, The Healing Circle, so we can build a community of like-minded people who look out, love and respect each other. Right, now, let's do this, guys. Before I'll go into this, let's talk about this. So, I moved back from Spain, yeah? Because my children missed their family. So I drove back in a Spanish car. Now, after a while, you can't drive a Spanish car in the UK for that long. So I have to get rid of it. No one wants to buy a 20-year-old Spanish car in England, you know. So there's no funds left in that car really, besides what it's worth in metal, you know. So I had to manifest a new car. So we're wanting this new car because we're running around in this thing. We were driving, you know, the wheels on the wrong side of the road, you name it, you know. So it that sort of divine desire comes up, you know, and this is why desires are beautiful things, because it's a niggle from the divine or the universe that says you deserve something else, you deserve something more. I'm going to tell you this, mate. I'm going to tell you this, my friends, is follow that desire. That desire is a beautiful thing. Once you desire something, I know now that it's already energetically created as a potential in the future. Now I just need to align to that energy. So I'm going to talk about how I align to that energy, but I think it's interesting to tell the story first. So the first thing is I went, right, now I need to maybe look into some finance for this car because I don't want to like deplete everything I've got here and not be able to afford other things just to buy a car. So I'll try finance. Because I've been living in Spain, there's no real way of proving my earnings to a finance company that they're going to accept, you know? So they're like, no, sorry about that. So then the next stage is going, Carl, what am I going to do? You know, because I've got some myself, but I need a top up, you know? So when we got to this point, you know, my wife got disappointed. You know, you feel this feeling of disappointment rising up. That's where most people give up. Now, I don't want you to forcibly keep trying from this point. That's the thing. You don't force from this point. You notice these feelings in you of disappointment and you deal with that feeling. For me now, I didn't really get disappointed because I just knew we were going to do it, right? But I dealt with that feeling of disappointment. Breathe, relax, notice, you know, and breathe. And once I noticed that energy and it released, I came to a state of peace. From that state of peace, I'm often affirming regularly, I'm divinely guided in all ways. So I walked upstairs to get changed, get on with my day. The idea came to me. Wait a second, I've been doing some work because I used to be a singer in the West End in a show called Jersey Boys. Played the lead role. So I sometimes still do gigs for hotels, you know, as Frankie Valli. And one hotel that I work for regularly, they booked me about 4 times a year. They'd already got me in the diary twice, and an idea came to me. I'll ring them up and say, listen, do you want to get me for 4, you know, the regular 4 gigs at a slight discount if you pay me up front? Yeah. So what we did was I made that call. There's obviously the feeling of, oh, this is, what if they say no? What if they do this? A lot of people stop there. Deal with that emotion in that point. Find peace, make the phone call when you're in a place of peace. Phone them up. She said, you know what, let me think about it. A couple of days go by. They're quite open to it, but a couple of days go by and I go, well, I'm just going to let go now. I'm not going to think about the car. I'm going to just be at ease. Flow with life. I get a phone call 2 days later. Yeah, no problem. I'm going to chuck it in your account tomorrow. We love that idea. Money comes into my account. Brilliant. I can get a car now at a good level. So we start looking for a car. My wife finds a lovely car. The car, we ring up, they accept the price. I book a train ticket to Bristol to collect the car. Okay? All of this is flowing so beautifully. I ring the guy, I say to him, listen, if someone's coming to view it at 11, he says, this person then doesn't buy it, they don't say they'll come later. And so I'm going, yes, I'm going then. I'm going to get this car tomorrow. He rings me up literally about 10 o'clock at night, the night before, and says, I've sold it. I said to him, you know, obviously the feeling of disappointment comes up again. In that moment while speaking to him, I'm dealing with that feeling of disappointment. I'm not going to respond from that feeling. I'm not going to succumb to that feeling. I'm not going to fight it with anything else. I'm just going to notice it and let it pass through me. Let the feeling of negativity pass through you rather than embodying it or pushing it away, right? Let it release. Don't hold on to it anymore. This is what enlightenment is when the energy can release naturally. So it releases. I say to him, that's not how I'd run my business. If I agree to something with someone, I'm going to be loyal to them. But good luck in the future. He says, listen, I am sorry. Let me refund your train ticket as an apology. I say, that's welcome. I'll take that. So he refunds my train ticket. So I'm back at square one. I've got no car. My wife says to me, I've been looking around for weeks. There's no cars that we need, 7-seaters, at the price now. We're never going to find one. And because she was disappointed. Now she's an aligned spirit. This is just one of those times she's disappointed. So I said, listen, go have 5 minutes, you know, go and sit away. I'll look after the kids. She comes back down and says, listen, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to find us a car. I just intended in that moment, I will find a car for us tonight and I'll go get it tomorrow. And that was it. I had no feeling. I just knew I would do it. I didn't know how. I didn't know where. But I went searching on Auto Trader for a car. I found another car, 7-seater, automatic, exactly what I needed. It's a newer car than the one we were going to buy. I ring him up. I say, I've got this cash. Will you accept that? He goes, yes. And it was a more expensive car, but he accepted the cash, right? So at that point then, I said, where are you based? He said, get ready, Bristol. So the train ticket I had was still valid to get me to the car I wanted, that I'd already been refunded for. You know what I mean? So not only did I get the new car, a better car with more space, I got my train ticket paid for, and I manifested the money without having to go through a finance, which I couldn't get. So what I'm saying to you is this: look, in those areas, it wasn't all immaculate, you know? I didn't sit there, I wasn't sitting there meditating and a car flew in the window, you know? But what happened is, and what you need to realize with manifestation is, you will be divinely guided and nudged through life when you get out of the way. At every one of those points there, I let go of the emotion of negativity. I didn't fight, I didn't push it away, I didn't fight it or embody it. I noticed it, breathed through it, and let it pass through me naturally. From that space, I was able to be guided in every direction, and everything worked out for me because I knew it was going to work out, and I was in a place of peace. At no point there did I go upstairs and force gratitude on myself. I just trusted, accepted the fact that it was going to be what it was going to be, and I was going to make it happen. And I just didn't force, I just flowed. Flow. This is it. So when you learn to deal with these emotions and this energy, you get into the flow state of life, and it will guide you to your end result. That is my story of manifestation, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, share and subscribe. Comment down below and join my free Facebook group, link in the description, The Healing Circle. Take care, guys. Thank you.